Hello and welcome to Kerbal-tech101. Today's video might be a little late. I'm running a little late, but it will definitely go up today. I'm making sure of that. Today's planes, or at least most of them, are brought to you by Kerbal-tech101. At least according to their username on... Yes, their username on Kerbal-X, so these are actually all on Kerbal-X. And this is the 10K Nano Fighter, which is described as a super small fighter with high maneuverability and surprisingly high range, designed to be launched by another aircraft. Oh, that's slightly clipped back there. Oh, I don't like that. But, otherwise, looks alright. Are these landing gear the smallest they can be? They probably are, but I would make them smaller if possible. Yeah, they're the smallest. Alright, here we are on the runway, and by the way, I wanted to mention, because you said surprisingly high range, I'm actually not surprised, because if you look at this, we have 4 of these fuel tanks, right? And we have a, a Juno engine. Now, this is a very small craft. There's very little weight on here other than fuel. It's got a wide wing surface. It's got a lot of lift. And the Juno engine, especially on something this small, provides a decent amount of thrust, and the fuel flow is extremely small. Like, let's look at, our fuel usage. Our fuel usage is 0.05 a second. It's going to take a very long time to get through that. And in the meantime, this thing can go higher and faster. I mean, there is a limit. It isn't going to go as high as other planes, but it can probably go pretty high. And also, I'm imagining the thrust to weight ratio is pretty darn good actually on this thing, despite it being, just one of those Juno engines, because like I said, the whole thing is very small. Now, the question is, how much payload could this realistically carry? Because if it's supposed to be a little fighter, then, it would have to carry some kind of weapon on it. And based on its performance right now, I'd say it makes a good drone craft, but not necessarily a good, nano fighter, like what it's called. I would say maybe this is better for reconnaissance, take the BD Armory laser camera and use this to target things. And then you could even, assuming you have, let's say, distant orbital enhancement on, well actually, come to think of it, I was about to say, you could have this thing go, above the range of the enemy weapons, and then have it, laser targeting them, but I believe the laser targeters, they have a range limit too, and I think it's lower or similar to the other BD Armory stuff, so actually, using this thing to, target things from really high up, probably not the best, but it would make a good spy plane nonetheless, I feel. Anyhow, I think we'll move on to the next thing, but first I'm going to put it into a dive to see how fast we can get it going, assuming I don't completely screw up the dive like I did just then. And the answer is we can start to get some Mach effects. Nice. Alright, I'm going to pull up at 1,000. Alright. And it pulls up at about 400. And kept most of the speed, surprisingly. Nice. It actually started to accelerate too. Whoa. That's some bad oscillating. And it looks like it can actually get into Mach effects kinds of speeds, even at a low altitude, just flying level. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it's definitely more of a drone than a fighter, but yeah. Next up we have the 16K Hawk, which is... I was going to assume it was slightly inspired by an F-16, and it might be, but for the most part, it doesn't really look like an F-16, so I'm going to change my mind on trying to say that. This has... oh, it's 2 intakes clipped together. I see now. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look the best with the way they're clipped in there, but actually it doesn't look too bad. Actually, no, I changed my mind. It doesn't look bad at all. Like, it looks more like some sort of detailing in there than clipping, you know what I mean? Like, if you just look at that and be like, oh look, there's a thing in there. Yeah. So, this is a light multi-role, and it's built to be low part count and maneuverable, so it doesn't have a great range and it's kinda slow. Max speed is Mach 1 and 1 to activate the afterburner. Alright, let's go ahead and use the afterburner to get off the ground quicker and get up to speed. And then once we're up to speed, we'll disengage the afterburner. I just noticed you have very large landing gear on here. Those are very large. They're also kind of clipped in so that, look, when that opens, you can see the fuel tank and see it merge out. Blech. But in any case, let's see. Yeah, we're pretty close to up to speed, at least for kind of how it'll fly like this. Let's take a look at this. Basically, I'm trying to see where it's being slow at. It looks like the intakes are causing a lot of drag, but that's just because they're at the front of the plane. The same way that a nose is causing a lot of drag because it's at the front, because that's how physics do. Yeah, it is kind of slow. Doesn't seem that bad though. Let's see. Of course, the moment you turn it loses a lot of speed even quicker. But yeah, it's definitely hard to diagnose what the problem could be. I know that that friend of mine, Reese was his name. Yes, I have to remember names now. Oh, wow. These are clipped through even when they're closed. Aw. That's weird. I could have sworn they weren't clipped through. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah, when Reese was working on his plane and it was having a similar problem, I couldn't really help him. I couldn't figure out what was going wrong. Like, it just had a lot of drag. It was a drag. Yeah, because this isn't very heavy. Like, it is fairly small. But then again, like, the wing parts add up, I guess. Because I know I have my, like, minimal part F-16 kind of thing, and it's similar to this, but with a lot less parts, and just having the less parts and one Panther engine makes it go a lot faster. It has about the same weight on the nose, it has a similar structure, but it has smaller wings, less lift surfaces, and I think it has two fuel tanks back here. I don't remember, but it has pretty darn good performance, whereas this doesn't so much. It might actually just be too much wing surface. Also, if you're saying low part count, well, you're saying low part count, not minimal part count. I'm doing minimal part count. Yeah, it actually reminds me of that one that Reese is working on because it has these Elevon 4s over the engine. Then we have the 47K backer-upper, or no, just back-upper, which is a stunt plane with very little range, but it has good maneuverability and high speed. And it is definitely inspired by an Su-47. I'm just gonna say that for you, because yeah, this looks like an Su-47. Nice. And I'm just gonna turn on the afterburn, get us up to speed real fast, and wow, we're off the ground already. Jeez. Wow, yeah, that thing definitely takes off real fast. I just noticed. Are these enabled? No. No. Okay, so the control surfaces are just the front and rear. It's already going to a high speed. Let's see what happens if we kick it up to an even higher speed and then pull up really hard at, say, 400 meters per second, if it'll get there. And I accidentally left Discord on. Whoops. So I actually can't close Discord, so if that happens again, I'm sorry. I spent the time that this thing's been flying up to this speed and this distance trying to close it, but it's glitched out, and we've run out of fuel. But the good news is this thing can survive pulling up really high at really high speeds like that. And well, I guess we'll see how good it can glide now, because we don't have engines anymore. And I'm gonna guess, based on how it's been performing so far, yes, it'll glide really well. This has lots of wing surface, lots of capability to maneuver. Very nice. Okay, take off. Whoops. Oh, huh, that's weird. I tried to hit T and somehow it didn't work. Oh wow, it takes off on its own. The landing gear are placed so that it's slightly above the horizon. Alright, well, let's do something stupid, like this. And it handles it wonderfully. Like you said, it's really a stunt plane. And I would agree with that idea that it's a stunt plane. Because I can do stupid shit like this. And like this. And probably, I don't know. I'm gonna try and do something really stupid with it now. Whoops. Alright, come on. Yes. No. Yeah, I was gonna try and go under there. Sort of, maybe. I don't know. I was still... Wow, that went glitchy. I was contemplating it, but I wasn't sure. Hold on. There we go. Yes. Wow, that's really dented. I need to update that mod, assuming it's been updated since I last... Hold on a second. Does your camera freak out if it's under the thing? Wow. So being under the bridge causes your camera to freak out. That's interesting. Huh. So yeah, I kind of forgot to look at the indicators on this one. And I also kind of didn't, because I was kind of expecting what we got. But next up we have the 50k Liberator. Wow, that's cool. And he said he might have accidentally left yaw enabled on the center vertical stabilizer, but no, you did not. And it looks interesting. Yeah, there's some clippiness here and there that I don't like, but I'm ignoring that mostly for the overall sleek design. Like, this is definitely very... That's interesting. I like how it has really wide landing gear. Like, you're gonna need this. And it seems to be kind of like the Su-47, but designed for more speed, maybe? It's interesting. Let's see, he describes it as a maneuverable fast fighter. And you can toggle the canards, I'm guessing because they can, at high speeds, be a bit too much. And this one takes off very quick as well. Actually, all of these do. And now that I mention that, I remember that when he was describing these to me, that all of them can take off on a postage stamp. They're all designed to be able to take off really quick like that. And yes, we're getting up to some high speed. Pulling up. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and disable the canard, which I'm guessing meant the front ones. That didn't actually do anything. Yeah, the key that's supposed to disable canards doesn't actually do anything. Okay, well, regardless. SAS units directly in front. Are those active? Hold on. Are those active? Yes, they are. Well, that's a bit cheaty, isn't it? Whoa, I went too low to the ground. Oh god. Pull up. Think I've, yep. I've, taken out the VAB. That's unfortunate. Yep. And the cockpit's not that dented. Most of the other stuff took the brunt of that damage. Man, I love Kerbal Crash System. Next up, we have the 90K Lightning, which is a fast multi-roll to implement a fast aircraft in the K series. Okay. Well, they're all fast, but I guess maybe this was the original fast one. Cockpit glitched into one of those. That's interesting. And takes off very quickly. And uses these. Interesting. Oh, that's actually... That's really interesting the way he put two of those together like that. Oh, there's a little gap in the middle. Huh. And pull up. Not quite as maneuverable as the last one, but then again, this is not supposed to be. Alright, let's do the same stupid shit, except let's not fuck it up this time. Yeah. Tight maneuvers. High speeds. I didn't do that too low to the ground. Wait, yes, no, I didn't. Yeah. I thought I did for a moment. But everything's awesome. Everything's cool when you got Panther jet engines with full gimbal range. Controlling your every move. Yeah, this one's pretty fun to fly. I mean, the others are pretty fun to fly too. But, you know. Let's do something really stupid. Oh! Did I just make that? I just made that. That's the first time I've done that. Oh my god. I can't believe I just made that. Yes! Isn't there supposed to be an achievement for that? No, there's a mission for that. Like, one of the freaking... whatchamacallits? Missions? No. Jobs? No. Contracts! Contract. There's a contract for that. Too bad this isn't an actual playthrough, because that would have been really useful. Wow. I can't believe I did that. And in the cockpit. Yes! Amazing. And last from Kerbal-tech101, today we have the 100K Thunderbird Mark stunts. Okay. A long-range, super maneuverable, and fast fighter exploiting the super maneuverability generated by the thrust vectoring and SAS. Based on an Su-37, I'm guessing based on the Su-37 in parentheses there. Max range, 1.1 kilometer. No, 1.1 thousand kilometers. What's that called? Like a megameter? No, I don't remember what the prefix is for that. And the max speed, 800 plus kilometers per hour. 800 kilometers per hour. Hold on, let me do the math on that. Okay, I don't have my phone nearby, so let me do the rough math on that. Kilometers per hour is 3 times meters per second. So he's saying that the max speed is roughly roughly like 250, 260 meters per second, which is actually really, really slow. So I think you meant meters per second here. Also, he specifically told me to try yawing with this one. So we're definitely going to try that right now. That seemed like a potentially bad idea, but at the same time, well, that's amazing. This isn't a plane, this is a hovercraft. Wow. Alright, let's kick it up into high gear. And let's see, how many fuel tanks and things are on here? It is a bit bulkier, but with 4 engines, I would think the 4 engines outpower how bulky it is. So when he says it only does 200 something meters per second, I don't believe him. I think it goes much faster. Let's find out. Alright, low altitudes. It didn't take us very long to get up to 330. See, we're not that far from the KSC. And that didn't pull up quite as quickly as I thought it would. But then again, there's only so much thrust vectoring can do, and this is a rather large craft with pretty good amount of wing surface relative to it, but not amazing. I'll go ahead and turn off the afterburners for now. Oh yes, let's do stupid shit. Yes. And pull up a little bit, pull up a little bit, pull up more, and do a little roll. Pull this way. Drop it down, drop it down, drop it down. Dropped it too much. I was scared I was going to hit the VAB for a moment there. And yeah, pretty good. That was definitely pretty close to the VAB. Yeah, the velocity vector actually trails behind us quite a bit in this one. Like, it doesn't recover very quickly either. Like I noticed in the other ones, the velocity vector would pretty quickly, like when you stop doing extreme maneuvers, it would pretty quickly pull back to where you're pointing. Whereas this one, it tends to take a little longer to actually come back to you. That said, let's do something really stupid. Oh, I missed. Hold on. Let's do something really stupid. Got this. I got this. Alright, because in the cockpit view is the hardest, because you have to get some of it, but not all of it. Alright, let's go to external view. The wings don't stick out quite as far as I keep thinking they do. Alright, nope, this is too far this way. No, wait. Perfect. Oh, shit, that was still too far. This is really close, but still too far. Alright, come on, come on. Oh, shit, that's... No! No! I just turned around like, no! Let me try again. Slower. Alright, alright. Nope, that's too far. No! 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 I'm just doing ridiculous yaw circles around the tower here. Nope. 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 I mean, this would be great if this is like the intended stunt, like, you know, just missing the tower repeatedly really close like this. That'd be cool. But, no, I'm actually trying to knock a wing off. Alright, come on, come on. Come on, let's do this. Nope, let's go up a bit. Let's go up a bit. Thank you. Let's not hit the front. I didn't want to hit the front. Did I just take out the entire... Okay. Sure, SPH. Sure. Let me just... Whoops. Whee! Yep. Fine work was done here today. Alright, we're looking at one last plane today. This one is not by Kerbal-tech101 like the others. This one was made by a guy who, on his email, his name was YouTube. So, considering it's not actually YouTube, I'm not sure how to credit him exactly, but yet there you go. He said this was designed for science payload capacity, not combat, and that it uses tweak scale. Which, oh, wait, what? Oh, never mind. No, that's not. What's tweak scaled on here? Nothing seems to be tweak scaled. Oh, these wing connectors on the very back are slightly tweak scaled bigger. Okay. Originally a replica of a World War K-2 jet fighter, this jet now serves as R&D team's trainer and testbed. Is it safe? No. Is it functional? Nope. Does it look cool? Yeah. Does it fly well? Yeah. Wait, what? What? Functional? No. Fly well? Yeah. Functional implies flies well. What? Alright, and this will be the last plane for today. I forget if I mentioned that already, but yes, that is a thing that is happening now. Alright. Takes off pretty well. Flies pretty smoothly. I'm gonna test it like it's a fighter, even though it's not. That actually has pretty good turn. Yeah, it's nice to fly. I imagine it can go pretty far, too. These wings aren't, these engines aren't that demanding. I could actually probably turn both of these off and fly it just as well. Or I could even go the other way. Let's turn both of these back on. And then let's wait for them to spool up just a little bit first. And shut down the main engine. And we can probably actually fly on just those quite far, quite well. You know, we're going a little slower. Slowing down a bit because they can't quite keep up. But yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and turn it back on. And do something stupid. So, where exactly are you supposed to put the science payload on here? Like, because I could see attaching the small instruments just anywhere. But, what about the bigger stuff? I mean, at least a Science Junior. You should be able to put a Science Junior on here. But, I guess you would attach it to the top, kind of over the center of mass, and it would carry it quite well. Put an aerodynamic, like, nose cone on it or something, though, because else it'll be rather drag-inducing. So, yeah. That's all for this time. This thing can go pretty fast, actually, with all the engine they old. You might want to disable. Well, these already have the roll disabled, but you might want to disable the roll on some of these or one of these, because this thing does seem to be a little bit. I don't know. I think disabling the roll on one of those sets of ailerons would work, but I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in space.